Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast Special Edition Series where I preview each Major League Baseball team season. This will be the fourth of 30 shows. We do the prospect rankings. We do the superlatives such as best rookie, most improved, most disappointing, make or break, bounce back, comeback, and Ewing theory. A team ceiling and floor. Best team player futures and a bold prediction for every team. And now up is the Boston Red Sox, who really are not the Red Sox of what they were when they were winning championships. So top 3 prospects we'll do first. So, their top prospect is Marcelo Meyer. He is a shortstop, and he is number 15 overall on MLB.com's list. He's projected to come up this year. Their number 2 overall prospect is Roman Anthony. He's an outfielder, currently slated to join the club in 2025, 24th overall on MLB.com. Number 3, Kyle Teel, catcher, Double-A, slated to start the year just like the other 2, slated to come up in 2025, and is 40th on the prospect list overall. Number 4, Ceddanne Rafaela. He plays shortstop and he's an outfielder. He might make the Red Sox. That's pretty cool for him. He's slated to come up this year anyway. And he's 76th on the overall list. Number 5, Miguel Bleis, outfielder. Currently slated to join the team in 2026. 6, Wilyer Abreu, outfield, 2024. 7, Wickelman Gonzalez, righty, 2025. 8, Nick York, second baseman, 2024. 9, Yolan Cespedes, shortstop, 2028. 10, Nazan Zantello, shortstop, 2027. 11, Luis Perales, righty, 2026. 12, Richard Fitz, righty, 2024. 13, Mickey Romero, middle infielder, 2026. 14, Alan Castro, outfielder, 2026. 15, Franklin Arias, shortstop, 2028. 16, David Sandlin, righty, 2025. 17, Yordani Monegro, righty, 2026. 18, Nathan Hickey, catcher, 2025. 19, Chase Meadroth, infielder, 2025. 20, Antonio Anderson, third base, 2027. 21, Blaze Jordan, corner infield, 2025. 22, David Hamilton, middle infielder, 2024. 23, Brooks Brannon, catcher, 2027. 24, Edinson Polino, infielder, 2025. 25, Johan Fran Garcia, catcher, 2027. 26, Vladimir Asanico, outfield, 2029. 27, Hunter Dobbins, righty, 2025. 28, Angel Bastardo, righty, 2025. 29, Justin Slayton, righty, 2024. And 30, Brian Mata, righty, 2024. Okay, superlatives. Their best rookie. I think Mayer's going to come up at some point, maybe in the summer. He didn't have a good year last year, but he's perceived to be untouchable, or maybe he's just, you know, how prospects are in the minors that are just want to move up and want to be motivated. But I do think that Meyer will be up at some point. Most improved player on the Red Sox. I think that is going to be Brian Balow, who is slated to be their top pitcher. Lucas Giolito is going to be on the 60-day IL, so somebody has to step up, and I think that would be Balow. So I think Balow will be the most improved on the Red Sox. Most disappointing, Kenley Jansen. Come on. This guy really hasn't been meaningful for anybody since the Dodgers World Series run. So he's like the auto answer there. Make or break player. This is a good one. I am going to say Connor Wong. He was a highly touted catcher. They have some catching prospects coming in the system, including Kyle Teal, who's slated to come up next year. So this could be like an audition for a trade for Connor Wong or something along that realm, or whether he really belongs as a starting catcher in the league or not. So to me, he's make or break. A bounce back comeback player. I'm going to say Trevor Story. I mean, I don't love the pick, but if he's healthy, I could see him hitting 25 to 30 home runs, especially over the monster at Fenway and in some of those AL East parks. I could see it being Trevor Story. Ewing theory. I mean, is there a more obvious one on this team than Chris Sale, who they traded away to the Braves? And obviously Chris Sale's still better than any pitcher they have. So, I mean, what if they're like randomly good and the rotation's good? It's like, hey, maybe we didn't need Chris Sale. So Chris Sale's to me the obvious Ewing theory on this team. All right, ceiling and floor. Their ceiling is hard to project because they're bad. I think the Red Sox are bad. I mean, there's a scenario where they finish fourth if the Rays pitching is bad. They miss McClanahan and Franco's absence weakens the offense. That would be the obvious. The ceiling for them would be, I would say, I think the ceiling for Boston, I just think they're going to be so bad by their standards. 78 wins, I think, is their ceiling, but their floor, it's not as low as the Athletics, and it's not as low as what the Orioles' floor was when they were bad before Rutschman showed up. But their floor is pretty low, and I think their floor could be 66 wins. And they could just be awful, and Alex Cora gets fired, and it's just a disaster, which I think is very, very possible with this team. And then, nothing goes right. Nobody stands out as an ace. Giolito's not back. Devers doesn't put up the numbers he usually puts up. Yoshida regresses. There's avenues for the Red Sox to be awful. And I think there is a possibility they're awful. Some futures for the Boston Red Sox. Doing the futures is probably my favorite part of these podcasts because I love to, So, what are their odds to win the World Series? What, 100 to 1? 60 to 1. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? What are they, 30 to 1 to win the AL? Yeah. Oh my God, I want to puke in my mouth after that. And they're 19 to 1 to win the division. What's Rafael Devers for AL MVP? 22 to 1. Because that's the only realistic candidate they have for an award other than Cora if they overachieve this year. What's his for manager of the year? 11 to 1. So that's another interesting one. All right, so the comeback player of the year odds are out. What's Trevor's story for comeback? 11 to 1. And who are the guys I threw out on the other shows? Chris Sale in the National League is plus 850. And Eugenio Suarez for the Diamondbacks, he's not on the list. Oof, I kind of disagree with the favorite in the American League for comeback player of the year. We'll talk about that when that team comes up. Again, I think it's just bias and favoritism towards a particular team. And what's the Red Sox win total? I'm going to say it's in the 70s, 74.5 maybe. 77.5? What did I say their ceiling was? 78 wins? Oh my God, their under's a no-brainer. Oh my God. And what about worst record? 55-1. Whoo! That is really good. Whoo! I don't think that's going to happen, but I thought their worst record odds would have been 30-1? But that's insane. Whoo! But I think it's obvious who the worst 4 teams in the league are, maybe even the worst 3 teams in the league. But geez, 55-1's a lot of respect for the Red Sox for worst record. All right. My favorite Red Sox future. It's the under 77.5. I don't see it. I don't see them getting over 75 wins. If it was at 75, I'd still take the under. Oh my God, do I love that under. They're going to be so bad. Lucas Giolito's going to be out most of the year. They have no ace that stands out. They have a manager that's on the hot seat. That team is just a mess. And, yes, I laid out a scenario of them potentially finishing 4th with the race falling apart. I mean, I don't think there's a scenario where they pass the Yankees per se, maybe, if all those guys are hurt again. But all those guys were hurt last year and the Red Sox didn't pass them. So that's why I didn't even throw them out there. That's how bad and pathetic the Boston Red Sox are. And it's sad for Major League Baseball. Sad. They are an absolute joke of the city of Boston. And the Patriots are going to be relevant again before they are, maybe, depending on what happens in the draft. But holy crap. And I love that on there. Oh my God. All right, my bold prediction for the Boston Red Sox this year. I think they're going to trade Trevor Story. I think that he's going to bounce back to the point where he might have value to somebody that may need a shortstop that is going to be good. I think a team that can use Trevor Story, maybe the Guardians. I think another team that could potentially use Trevor Story. I'm looking around. Maybe they can throw him at a different position, like second base or something. But people are like, who's going to take that contract? But I think he could put up numbers at Fenway to the point where they could flip him to someone. I don't see the Dodgers being a team. I mean, Paul DeYoung really hasn't. Oh, he's not on the cards anymore. Never mind. We don't know about Mason Wynn. I mean, maybe the Brewers are better than expected. I mean, would they move on from Adames? But I could see Trevor Story being traded. I just can't point to the team and say, yeah, that's an obvious fit. So, my bold prediction for the Boston Red Sox is I think that Trevor Story is traded to somewhere and he nets the Red Sox a nice trade package in return. All right, so there you have it for the Boston Red Sox. Next up to the plate will be the Chicago Cubs.